We're going. Oh yeah. Hi everybody. It's so I want to say Happy New Year to you. It's nearly up to 2026, and I'm recording this video on New Year's Eve of 2025. So I want to talk about the energy of 2026, moving into that energy tomorrow. But before I do that, I just want to recap a little bit on what's been going on in 2025. I don't know about you, but I found 2025 quite challenging. It's been quite a challenging year. There's been lots of ups, there's been lots of downs, there's lots been not sure what's going on, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of quite confusing. It can be very confusing for some people that don't understand. So back in March the 21st to 24th, 2025, we came out of what was called the Kali Yuga. Excuse me. We came out of the Kali Yuga, which was a 26,000 year cycle, and the energy of the Kali Yuga is about the energy of darkness. So we came out of a very dark period of time, and then we've moved into a void, basically. You can't just go on coming out of darkness and go into light. It doesn't work. There's still a lot of darkness clearing. So this year's been challenging. There's been a lot of dark energy coming in to try and disrupt energy, trying to disrupt people. There's been a lot of things opened up. I'm not going to say what's been going on, but there's been lots of documents coming out, and people have been a little bit shocked by all of this, and this is going to carry on into 2026. All of this stuff coming out, and you're going to be going, oh my God, I didn't realize that was happening. So please try and keep grounded. The energy is very a little bit like this at the moment. There is according to the astrology, there isn't a lot of earth around at the moment, so we don't feel very grounded. Even though we're in the energy of Capricorn, it's still a bit, it's like walking through clouds, and you're feeling all a bit like this, sort of not sure that you've landed in that new energy. So try and stay positive. That's all I say is stay positive. Try and watch your words. Try and speak positive, finding positive words. And if you do go into that negative energy in here, try and go into your heart and try and, say, oh, don't go into that energy of fear. Go into your heart. As soon as you put your hands on your heart center, you change your frequency. Okay, so that is the first thing that you can do during this time that feels really difficult and challenging, to put your hands on your heart and going into that energy. You can ask Archangel Raphael to come in to help you get into balance and equilibrium. You could also bring in the energy of Merlin. Merlin is very big at the moment on the planet. And you can also just go into the energy of the earth and ask the earth to ground you. Okay. Number two, that you can really help yourself at this time, I'm going through like tips and guidance, is grounding sheets. I am not selling grounding sheets. I have no affiliation to grounding sheets. I bought one myself, and I could have gone into the affiliation, all of that, but I don't want to be bothered with it because it's just another hassle. But Rowlinson's grounding sheets are extremely good. I can vouch for them. I have them on my bed, and even when I go away, I take it with me. Over Christmas, I took it off my main bed. I actually slept in this room on a mattress, and I took it off and I put it on the mattress, and I slept like a baby. It is so good, and it really earths you, so you really feel that connection to earth. Obviously, walking in nature, getting out into the countryside, and breathe in deep. Take time in between speaking and breathe. Yeah, just do the sort of 3-second rule. So if somebody's pushing your buttons, and then speak. Yeah, or then not speak. It's as easy as that. Oh, well, it's not that easy, but you know what I mean. 3 second rule. Because there's a lot of pushing of buttons at the moment with people wanting a reaction. We've come out the dark energy, it's still hanging around, and people still want to, push those buttons. They want the energy of ego, they want the energy of control. So don't even let it happen, okay? Keep your own sovereignty. Your heart center is most important to look after, okay? So that's one. So the heart center, breathe in, ground, take control of your own energy. Don't let other people push your buttons, okay? What else? Yeah, crystals. I'll talk about crystals. So there's a few crystals that are really important. This is tourmaline, okay? This is tourmaline, and this is a energy that will take away and ground you. This is when you've got black crystals, they're yin crystals. They're crystals about the female energy, the yin, the calmness, the gentleness. So by holding this, I take this to bed every night. It's a great big lump, yeah, and it's like a big golf ball, and it sits in my palm, and I just hold it before I go to bed. It's a brilliant one to really calm the mind. But you have to have a balance. So I've got a piece of selenite, and this is a really strong crystal. You could sit on this, you could bash it against a wall, and it will stay strong. This is a yang energy. This is the masculine energy. This is the female energy. It's quite interesting. It kind of makes 1 and 0, okay, which is what I'm talking about in the next little bit of the video. So those two crystals, I work with them together. So that's the yin and the yang. We've also got another crystal, which is a piece of jasper, and this is so I'm just making sure my battery's been charged. Yeah, it's fine. So this is a piece of jasper. Bought this from the yoga show. Again, this is an extremely grounding crystal, but it also has the energy of kind of movement. It's, if you look at it, it's got lots of swirls in it. So it's extremely nurturing. It's a lovely nurturing crystal. It's like going into Mother Earth and getting like a lovely hug, okay? Another crystal I've been working a lot with recently is smoky quartz. So this is a piece that I have in my house. I've actually got 2 pieces, and they normally sit by my front door with the points pointing outwards. And what this does, it kind of keeps away negative energy. So I gave this a really good wash this morning in spring water, and I gave it some Reiki, and I've been using it for myself, because this is a time when there's lots of people that are very, very busy and quick to say things, So this is a lovely, again, very gentle crystal that will absorb a lot of negative energy without needing to be cleansed very much. So that was a really important crystal. You can get smaller versions of these. You don't have to walk around with this huge piece of rock in your pocket. I've got a small piece which I tend to take with me. But again, I put this in my, use this in my energy field as well. Okay. The other ones I'm not going to mention. Might mention this one. This is a piece of malachite and Christocosia. It's a blend of the 2 energies. And I bought this a long while ago, and it came to me, and it looks like, I've shown you this before, it looks like a dragon. It's got like a little eye there. It looks like a dragon. But for me, this is a crystal that moves us into the future. So this is kind of like, I feel this is a very Aquarian energy. Although Aquarius is not water, it has an element of water and earth. So it's kind of the 2 energies together. So to me, this is balancing the energy of the earth, but also the energy of water. On the back, it's slightly different. Yeah. So blessing our water, making sure we are drinking clean water that hasn't got fluoride in it, okay? So I have a Berkey, a big Berkey. I've mentioned it many times. I would not be without that Berkey. I've got a travel Berkey as well that I take with me when I go away, and I use that. I don't try not to drink tap water per se. I know sometimes you don't have a choice, but to try and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Basically, what I'm saying is we need to keep our energy lifted, because we've come out of this 26,000 year cycle. We're now in this sort of like corridor, and we're ready to birth the energy. Well, we've actually, and what I'm being told, my guides are telling me right now, is we've actually birthed the energy. We've actually birthed it. And now we need to nurture the energy. We need to, it's like a small baby. It needs nurturing. It needs teaching. It needs to be told, where are we going? What are we doing? If you have a new baby, you can't just put it out there and it knows what to do. You have to put in the nurturing energy of that small baby. So really, we are looking at inner child stuff. And as you know, if people know me, I have my famous crystals here, which I wear every day around my neck, and people say, why do you wear this great big chunk of crystals? I've been wearing these for a long time, and I do change them. So these are the crystals that I'm bringing in for the new year. So I've got my lovely tree of life, which I've had for years. It's silver. I've got a piece of, this is angel crystal, and this is a crystal that it's it's got like a mother of pearl energy around it. It's very beautiful, and it's clarity. It helps to amplify other crystals, but it's a crystal of clarity. Okay, so I've got those two crystals. I've got a piece of citrine, which I didn't show you, but this one is a beautiful crystal. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of like yellow and white. This is a crystal of confidence, of what I'm going to talk about in a moment. Then I've got a piece of cornelian, which is the second chakra, which is about the your creativity. I've got a little piece of the Merkaba energy, which I try and sit in that energy now. Bring that in when I go into places that are busy. And my good old faithful shungite, which I've lost a few times, and it always turns up. Lost it on my allotment and then found it in one of my beds. So that is the crystal that I always wear. I'm going to put it back on. And as soon as I put it on, I feel that this is part of me. This is really important to have something that's very personal to you. Those crystals are my choice, and I've activated them. So crystals are really important going into 26. So let's go to the numerology. 2026 is it adds up. So 2026, if you add all the numbers together, it makes a 10. So numerology, we condense it down into a 1. So tomorrow we've got the 1st of January, which is a 1. Okay. And then we're in the year of 1. So we've got we've got 3 ones. Yeah, we've got 3 ones together. We've got the 1st of January 2026, which is a 1. So it's 111 portal. Very, very powerful day tomorrow. If you know your numerology, number 1 is, it's actually a masculine energy, to be perfectly honest. It's a masculine energy. However, it's standalone confidence, standing in your sovereignty, finding out about you. It's a new portal of stepping into the energy of independence. I'm reading from my notes here. Bringing the energy of being very grounded, connecting to your breath, connecting to the power of the breath and the pause between the breaths. That power of the number, 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. And when you're talking, have that kind of slower energy that's not so quick. Okay. So it's also the energy of prana, of life force. Prana is our life. Excuse me. It's our life force, it's our chi, it's our energy. but allow other people to do the same. Don't be somebody that fixes others. It's now time to step away from that energy. We're no longer in that energy of fixing others. I'm doing myself a big injustice here. I'm a healer. People come to me and expect me to fix them. I've got to step back and say, yeah, you come for some reflexology, but I'm not going to be the person that fixes people. I'm completely stepping out of that. I've let all that go. So that's been really challenging for me. So it's really time to drop everything, trying to control, fix others, let others do themselves, other people do it themselves, and let them. That's a big word for 2026. Let them. There's a lady on YouTube, and I can't remember her name. She's wrote a book on, basically, the book is about let them. Yeah. If having a bad day, let them get on with it. Don't go interfering and thinking, oh, have I upset them? What have I done wrong? Forget that. Let them get on with it. Okay. So by doing that, what you will do, you will raise up your vibration. You'll raise up your magnetic energy. So when you have a magnetic energy, it attracts to you. So anything that you magnify comes back at you. So you can magnify negativity, it comes back to bite you in the bum. You can magnify positive energy, and it spreads the energy out there. It helps other people. So you can send somebody positive energy with the thoughts, but you don't have to be doing things for everybody. Let that go. Let people learn their own stuff. Okay? You had to do it. Why should you take away your energy to help somebody else? I'm not being selfish here, and I don't want people to think I'm selfish, because honestly, I'm probably the least selfish person on this planet. I'm always there for other people. So, I'm not here, but I'm talking about for everybody collectively to raise our frequency so we can raise up in 2026 and be better at it. Yeah, better at all of this, not going into the old patterns. So it's about cleansing our aura. So using crystals is really important. This one in particular, this smoky quartz, is extremely good to get rid of that negative energy. Okay. Something else I made today was some aura spray. It looks disgusting. It looks like Coca-Cola. But this is actually infused lavender water that I made this morning. It does make the water go brown. I've put in here witch hazel, which preserves it. You can put other things in as well. But this preserves the energy. And so I'm going to have to take this off. It's now catching on my jumper. Okay, don't worry. Anyway, so in here I've got a blend of lots and lots of different essential oils, which helps to clear this space. So I've gone around my house today and clearing with this. You can use Florida water, that's also very good. You can also use salt water, which is good. Or if you've just got a little bit of lavender, put it in the bits of water, spray it around your room. Keep using it, keep spraying it around you. Smells absolutely gorgeous, but that's so easy to make. These things are expensive to buy. You're talking of £20-30 for crystal essence. Put crystals in it if you want to. So that's really important. What else did I put? Smoky quartz to clear and cleanse. Also helps with the confidence. Ask your angels to step in and help you. Get to know your guides. Get to know your energy around you. Have you ever asked what your guardian angel, what their name is? Asking the power of the angels, the dragons. Archangel Michael is there to help protect you in times where, assist you in times where you feel that you are in need of a bit more protection. You can use the energy of Merlin. You can use the energy of Archangel Raphael for the heart. Merlin also is very much connected to the earth. So I would use that. But basically, don't dim your light to fit in. Stand your ground. So this is all what's came in. This is not my particular words. I've written it down, what's brought in. And the power of herbs, yeah. You know, to have a bath with some rosemary in, or some lavender, or just some sage is really good. You know, using herbs it's going to become more and more useful and common, and people are going to be resorting to all of that, getting away from things that aren't, you know, full of chemicals. Our diet, going back to more of a natural thing. I've seen this year a lot of people changing their diet and really using more, more natural foods. My family in particular, you know, my son uses herbs all the while in the food, and just simple things like adding a few herbs to your food makes such a difference in your vibration. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few cards today. And as we step into 2026, I've given you a lot of advice on crystals and things like that. I've got a few things here. I'm going to use, first of all, my new deck of cards, which is the Herbal Astrology pack. As everybody knows, I'm massively into astrology. I've been doing my lovely course with Penny Thornton. And yeah, so I'm going to ask for a card for 2026, a herb that we can all use, a natural herb, something that's in our garden. We don't want anything too fancy, you know, like something from another country. We want something that's local to the UK. If you are not in the UK, you know, you can probably find this herb anyway where you live. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is interesting. I've got two cards, and it's quite interesting because I don't think they're from the UK. It's typical, isn't it? One is, the energy is massive. The energy here is massive. So we've got number 33, which is in itself a very, very powerful number. Now, these cards are quite, they're quite deep, but they're quite, you know, they're quite dark. So this is energy of the number 33, and this is arnica, and this is the energy of teacher, it says at the bottom. So we've got mountains here. We've got a wolf, and the wolf is opening its mouth, and you can't probably see it, but it's got like white light coming out of its mouth, the wolf. We've got the mountains and the wolf. We've got a little flower here. We've got a lady, looks like a herbalist to me, a lady in the corner there, making her potions and lotions. What else have we got here? We've got herbs all over here. We've got an open gate. We've got a gate opening here, which again is, you know, open your boundaries a little bit. Don't be too rigid. And it's the energy of arnica. So arnica is an amazing herb. It's a herb of healing internally and externally. So if you bruise yourself and you put arnica on, it helps the healing, but it also helps internally, because you can take arnica internally as well as externally. So it's probably one of the herbs that you can do both with. It's extremely good for bruising, but I'm getting internal bruising, internal wounding. It's something that we can take. The other one is Gotcha Cola, which is the energy of number 17, and it's the energy of higher consciousness. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about this Gotcha Cola because I don't know what it is. I can look on my book in a moment. But we've got a lady here meditating, and she's actually elevating. She's lifting up, and she's connecting to the superpower, yeah, the divine. And that is Gotcha Cola. That's the picture there of the herb. But basically, it's about meditation to me, and it's about going into the divine. Okay, so that's kind of that energy. I'm going to look up I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do the arnica because I think there's something in here that might be quite useful. So it's number 33. I've only just got these cards, so I don't know. I haven't sort of studied them. But the reason I bought them was because they're about the astrology, but also it helps you to find a little bit more information about the herbs. So you can pull a card. I try and pull a card every day and kind of read about it, but I haven't read arnica. So it says arnica upright, which it came out upright, is loyalty, commitment, perseverance. It's a tetralogy, stability, communication, a community rather, and it's a unique path. So it's kind of that individual energy. It's also known as mountain daisy, hence that's that little flower there. I don't know, it doesn't grow in England, I don't think. It grows in Europe and North America. It's a Native American energy, so it's that indigenous energy, and we're going back to a lot of that. Let me just quickly scan through. Yeah, it's good for things like wounds. It's good for things like black eyes. So if you you get a black eye. It's to do with the heart, artery, loads of applications. We've got a lot of stuff here. Okay, so the ruler is Saturn, which is interesting because we are actually in Capricorn at the moment, which is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about boundaries. But to me, it's breaking boundaries because we've got this gate here, which is open. Although it's Saturnian energy, the gate is open, which is saying open your boundaries and open your borders a little bit. I know a lot of people have issues with borders and boundaries, but sometimes you have to open the gate to allow the new energy in. So it says here, arnica's extraordinary pain relieving, wound and bone healing properties fall under Saturn's rulership. Energetically, arnica embodies the Saturn energy by supporting our energy to heal and mend after trauma. So if you are in trauma, sadness, something's happened to you, maybe you've broken a leg and you're not able to walk, or maybe you've done something, damaged yourself and you can't walk. Arnica, taking it internally, is really important, along with the creams that you can put on. So you can take arnica internally. I'm not a herbalist, by the way, and I'm only reading the cards. So I'm just saying, if you are looking to use herbs, please do your research, okay? It's like anything. When you go to the doctor and the doctor recommends a pill, I wouldn't just take the pill. I would actually sort of do some research on it. What's it going to do to me? Is it going to be beneficial to me? Is it going to have an adverse effect to me? So do your research. The same with the herbs. So I'm saying you can take arnica internally and you can also take it externally on a wound. So you've got cream and you've got little arnica tablets. They are very much homeopathic tablets. So we're going down a different energy for healing. Okay, so the next card I'm not going to pull loads of cards because I can just see the time. It's 28 minutes. I'm going to pull a new deck of cards which I bought over Christmas, and I was hoping they'd come before the new year, and they did. And they're the Golden Future cards by Dinah Cooper. I've been listening to Dinah Cooper a lot over the last few weeks, and she also has a book. Here's the book, which I've only just got, only came a couple of days ago. And it's the Golden Future. Okay, so we've got the Golden Future card and also the book. I'm not promoting the book. I'm not selling it. I just bought it. I got really drawn to buying it. I love Dinah Cooper's work. I think she's the most amazing lady. She's had lots of health issues in her life. She's had cancer twice, battled with it. And the last time she was rushed into hospital, and the doctor, she basically died and came back, and her guide said, do you want to come back or do you want to pass over? And she said, I don't mind either way. but if I come back, I want to be a benefit to the world. And she agreed to help to raise 5 million souls to a higher vibration. And she came back and started to channel the golden future, the book, and it's through this work that she's raising the consciousness of the planet. So I'm going to end with one of these cards. I'm just looking at anything else. Journaling, I wrote down, and automatic writing. Bringing in knowledge that you don't know about. You can ask, you can get I don't know if you've ever done automatic writing. You just basically get a pen, black piece of paper, and you just ask, clear your mind and say, what is my next step, maybe? And you'll get something comes in. I did it the other day and something came in for the new year. For me, it's quite personal, so I'm not going to discuss that, but that came through with automatic writing. The flower essences, the batch flowers, I've been using quite a lot of the Australian bush flowers. I'm giving you lots of information here, lots of things. You don't have to take all of them, you don't have to do any of them, but if something resonates with you and you go, haha, you're talking about Australian bush flowers, I'm interested in that. What's that about? Because they're very, very powerful. Okay, so knowledge is power at the end of the day. Yeah, so let's just ask for one card for tomorrow as we step into our new future. Yes, there's all sorts of lower timelines going on at the moment on the planet. Let's not even step into them. Yeah, keep your vibration high. Think of yourself like an eagle flying above the clouds, looking down on the world. I've been doing this for years, having no attachment to anything that's going on, just keeping your vibration high. Okay, so do one card. Okay, maybe we need to do more than one, I'm being told. Okay, so there's one. As soon as I say that, comes out. Two more. This is for tomorrow, maybe for January. Okay, what energy wants to come in for tomorrow and wants to come out, and the rest of January. Not necessarily for the whole of the year. Oh, actually, we've got 4. The bottom of the deck says, ask your angels. Okay, so we'll do it as they came up. Not going to do reversals or anything like that. Really interesting. The first card to come out is number 14, and it says time in your divine blueprint. Okay, so the golden age is completely different. It's going to be completely different energy. So this is health and healing. Okay, using those natural things. The next one we've got is family relations, which I spoke about. Attune heart to heart. Very interesting over Christmas. We'll talk about it in a minute. The energy of food, very interesting. Trying to eat as much pure food, organic food as you can. Grow your own if you can. And it says, choose locally grown organic products. It's getting very dark in here. And I've got the fireworks going to be going off. And we've got participate and have fun. Leisure and sport, number 6. Okay, so all really lovely cards. But this was the one I wanted to talk about, the heart to heart. Okay, now, when I did my healing modality back in 2012, 2011, that kind of thing, we were taught to, when you go and to hug somebody, my heart is here and the other person's heart is opposite. Not that way. You cross your heart. So my heart goes to the other person on that side. But what we do, vast majority of people go the other way. Okay, they will go towards the other side. Okay, so it's heart. It's basically heart to heart. I can't explain very well because this is going to mirror everything. It's going to confuse you. But my heart is on my left side. Okay, so I'm going to go across to the other person's left side. But what we do is we tend to go to the same side. And what that does, it crosses our heart, okay? It puts a cross on the heart, and you can't connect to that other person's heart. Now, when I go to a family function, everybody goes to go that way. I go the other way, and people go, oh, and not sure what's going on. But it feels nice. It's a nice feeling. So I'm going to end with that to say, basically, during this time when we're nearly out of the festive season, aren't we? But remember that when you meet somebody, always go to the other side. They'll go, what's going on? It's a bit different. But just do it, because it opens your heart. It opens your heart. Anyway, I've got a lovely candle here burning for 2026. And around this little thing, it says relax, calm, and dream. So I'm going to have an early night tonight. Normally I literally stay up till midnight and watch the fireworks and the new welcome the new year in. I might do it, I might not. I'll see how I go. I might go have an early night because I really want to welcome in 2026 by reading my new book. And if I sit and watch Jules Holland, I'll get into the jazz and everything else, which I absolutely love. But this might be calling me. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Have a lovely evening if you're celebrating New Year's Eve tonight. If you're going to go to bed early, then have a good sleep. I'm already tired, excuse me. Tomorrow I'm going to have a lovely, lovely walk. Like I said about opening doors to new things. I opened a few new doors. A couple of new things have come in for me. I'm not going to talk about them too much, but I'm meeting up with a new friend tomorrow for a lovely country walk for an hour or so. Probably going to hop off at a pub and have a cup of coffee or something to keep warm. I think it's going to be quite cold. And then I'm going to be going off and doing the rest of the day. So have a lovely New Year's Eve. Welcome in 2026 tomorrow. Remember, it's a 1-1-1. So it's about you standing in your own power and sovereignty. And basically, don't take any nonsense, and have some fun. Like that card said, have some fun, participate and have fun. So you're going to go and play a game or whatever. Have some fun. Don't worry if you lose the plot or you lose the game. It doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, I'm hoping next year to be on YouTube an awful lot more. I'm still doing my astrology course. I've got a lot of reading to still do. I'm absolutely loving it. I started the course back in September time. If I've repeated myself on this video and you thought, oh, you've said that before, I've actually recorded quite a lot of videos, and then I go, oh, that's not quite right. That's not what I want to say. And because of that, you tend to think, did I say that? If I did, I apologise if I've repeated myself. But please, I hope the information I've given you tonight helps an awful lot. And if you can find just one thing to help you to keep your vibration high, I can't keep going on about it, but it's so, so important. So I'm going to be positive now, and I might go to bed, or I might stay up and watch Jules Holland. I do particularly like Jules Holland. I missed him at the De Montfort Hall. I live in Leicestershire, and he came to our local hall in Leicester, and a friend of mine said, oh, I'm going to see Jules Holland tonight. I was like, oh, I wanted to see. And I said, oh, please tell me if he comes again. And he was saying, oh, yeah, he comes regularly to Leicester once a year. So I'm going to look out for that. Anyway, everybody, have a lovely, lovely New Year's Eve, and wishing you 2025 to be a healthy, positive, upliftment, high vibration, and just keep positive and keep looking after yourself. All right, everybody, lots of love. Make a heart. I'm not very good at that. Lots of love, everybody. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.